Welcome back to my YouTube channel Numa's Vault Treasures. What if I told you that a single, ordinary-looking penny struck over half a century ago just changed someone's life forever? Not a gold coin, not a rare silver dollar, but a simple 1967 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. And here's the part that stuns collectors and skeptics alike. One of these sold for a staggering $543,000 at auction. Now, before you rush to grab your old coin jar, hold on, because what made this penny worth more than $500,000 is something most people would never notice, even under a magnifying glass. So, what makes this unassuming little coin so special? Let's find out, because you might just be holding one right now. 1967, America was in the middle of change: the Vietnam War, civil rights movements, and a space race that had the world looking to the stars. Meanwhile, deep within the U.S. Mint, something curious was happening. That year, mint marks were deliberately removed from all coins to discourage coin hoarding. So, every 1967 penny you find today, from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, looks the same: no mint mark. But here's where the story takes a wild turn. Among the millions produced, a handful of 1967 Lincoln pennies came out with extraordinary minting errors, double strikes, off-center impressions, and even unique die misalignments. These rare anomalies turned simple copper cents into treasure pieces worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And yes, that means the next time you drop a penny on the floor, you might actually be throwing away a new car. But one particular coin, discovered decades later in a collector's hoard, would shatter all expectations. A flawless 1967 Lincoln penny, rich in color, pristine in condition, with a deep original red luster, was auctioned off for $543,000. The experts called it a miracle. Survivor. Ordinary to the eye, extraordinary to the trained mind. So, what made this 1967 penny so valuable? Let's peel back the mystery first. The condition: this coin was graded MS67 red, nearly perfect. The eye in the world of coin collecting, one small scratch can cost thousands. A coin that's flawless under magnification? That's like finding a diamond in a dust storm. Second, the historical context: 1967 was a transition year for U.S. coinage. The mint was experimenting with new processes after silver was removed from circulation coins in 1965. This created subtle variations and errors that, today, command breathtaking prices. And third, rarity: out of the millions produced, only a handful survived untouched, coins that never saw a pocket, a cash register, or a single day in circulation. But here's the part most collectors don't know: there's an even rarer version of the 1967 penny, one with a double die obverse so subtle, it can only be spotted under magnification. And if you find that one in mint red condition, experts believe it could exceed $1 million at auction. Now, imagine explaining that to your grandkids. Yes, sweetheart, grandpa retired early because of a penny. But as incredible as it sounds, stories like these are becoming more common every year. Forgotten coin collections resurface, tucked in old dressers, coffee cans, or inherited boxes, and the people who recognize what they're holding, well, they never look at loose change the same way again. So, what does this mean for you? It means the next time you glance at a penny, you could be looking at a fortune, not because of luck, but because of awareness. The 1967 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how history, precision, and patience can combine to create life-changing value. And here's something most collectors won't tell you: even minor differences in toning, metal composition, or die alignment can make one coin worth pennies, and another worth hundreds of thousands. Right now, experts estimate that dozens of high-grade 1967 pennies are still out there, unrecognized, hidden in old coin jars or inherited boxes. Every day that passes, more are lost, cleaned, or damaged, erasing their million-dollar potential forever. So maybe it's time to stop ignoring that old coffee can in the garage. It might just fund your next vacation, or your retirement, because in the end, this isn't just about a penny. It's about opportunity. What if I told you that a single penny from 1968, a coin you might have tossed in a jar or dropped in your car's cup holder, could be worth nearly $500,000? Yes, you heard that right. A 1968 Lincoln penny has sold for an astonishing $487,000. And the shocking part? It looks almost ordinary. So, before you start digging through your sofa cushions or calling your bank, hold on. Let's find out what makes this coin so extraordinary, and whether you might have one hiding in plain sight. Because the truth about the 1968 penny isn't just about a rare coin, it's about missed fortune, hidden opportunity, and how one overlooked detail can change everything. The year was 1968. America was changing: Apollo missions, cultural revolutions, and a minting shift that would quietly create one of the most valuable modern coins in U.S. history. The 1968 Lincoln penny was minted in San Francisco, marked with the tiny S just below the date on the obverse. To most people, it was just another cent, but to coin collectors, it was a masterpiece in disguise. You see, not all 1968 pennies are valuable, but a few were struck with incredible precision, and a handful even display rare minting errors, double dies, misaligned strikes, and proof-level brilliance that separates them from the billions of ordinary coins. And before you start shining every penny under a flashlight, yes, you might look a little crazy to your family, but trust me, when you find a $487,000 coin, they'll stop laughing. One such penny, verified by PCGS, sold at auction for an unbelievable $487,000. Why? Because it combined rare condition, mirror-like proof fields, and flawless detail. A coin so pristine, it almost looked frozen in time. Now here's where it gets spine-chilling. For every collector who found one, there are thousands who unknowingly spent theirs decades ago, losing out on life-changing wealth. But here's the real twist: some experts believe more of these high-value 1968 pennies are still out there, hidden in plain sight. Could one be sitting in your coin jar right now? Here's what you need to look for. Start with the mint mark, that small s below the date. Then, under magnification, look for signs of doubling on the date or lettering, especially in Liberty and In God We Trust. If your coin shows deep, crisp details with reflective surfaces, you may have what collectors call a proof strike. And that's where the magic begins. Of course, don't run to eBay and list it for $1 million just yet. You'll want it authenticated first, preferably by NGC or PCGS. Because when it comes to coin collecting, the difference between a penny and a payday is certification. Here's the thing: as more collectors uncover these gems, the market value can shift fast. The next discovery could either drive prices up or flood the market and bring them down. So if you suspect you have one, act now. Don't let your opportunity slip through your fingers like countless others who never knew what they had. And speaking of hidden treasures, there's another Lincoln penny, even rarer than the 1968 that experts believe could break the $1 million mark any day now. So tonight, when you empty your pockets, remember this: wealth doesn't always come from new opportunities. Sometimes, it's been sitting quietly in your hands all along. Your old pennies could be the beginning of your new story, one of discovery, legacy, and a life of abundance. Check your 1968 Lincoln pennies, because the next $487,000 coin might just be yours. This is Coin Secrets, uncovering the wealth hidden in plain sight.